And we are live. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday. It's a silver Tuesday. It's a silver day. And why is it a silver day? I don't know. Why not? I think because the price of silver is up a little bit this morning. But there you go. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Bum Crack. Mr. Sadie says hi. Yeah. Do, do, do. Shipping and lurking. It's a shipping day. It really is because you had, if you're like us, our post office closes at noon on Saturday. So if your post office closes at noon on Saturday, any orders you get from Saturday to this morning go in today's shipping. So
Hi.
it's like 3 days worth of sales go in today's shipping. Hi, Nikki. Thank you for coming on.
You're hard to hear.
I'm hard to hear.
Why are you so quiet? Maybe it's just me.
Can everybody hear me okay in the chat side? Yeah, we got Cindy, we got Bumcrack, we got Chicken Toad, we got Sadie, we got Hank Allen Cash.
Good morning, everybody.
We can hear you. Well, Bumcrack can hear me. And
Huh?
if Bumcrack can hear me, then everybody should be able to because he's all the way in England. Yeah.
See, you're a little quieter.
Huh. Yeah. Bumcrack lives the furthest away. He only lives like 4,000 miles from me.
Yeah.
That's not very far. The usual suspects, that's right. So, Tuesday, the day after President's Day. Hope everybody got to celebrate the president of their choice yesterday. Yeah, as I said yesterday, my choice was Calvin Coolidge, the do nothing president, because I'm a lot like that. I like to do nothing. Do nothing is one of my best things. Uh,
I'm going to leave and come back and see if I can hear you better.
okay, sorry. She got a bug in her ear or something. You don't have a president? You didn't pick a favorite president? Uh, Actually, for their accomplishments, I think I would pick Teddy Roosevelt because I like the national park system, and he's the one who started all that. Every day is hoping Trump is back in office. There are those who think he's going to run again, and there are those who think he won't, and there are those who don't want him to run again, and there are those that do want him to run again. Ross Perot, yeah, he probably would have been a very good president. Yeah, I I liked a lot of the presidents. I disliked a lot of them. But yeah, President Carter, because he waved at you when you were a little bum crack in '77. Aha. Jimmy Carter was not given much of a chance. He was one of the last Democrat presidents that were kind of moderate, which was okay. He did a he genuinely has done a lot of stuff for poor people. Some, quite a few after being president. He would get out there on those, what do you call it, housing project, where people get together and build a house and then they just give it to someone.
Oh, HUD or something?
No, it wasn't a HUD. That's a department in the government.
I don't know.
Um, Homes for Humanity or something. Yeah,
Something.
at almost 90 years old, he'd be out there swinging a hammer, building a house.
I can hear you a
Habitat.
lot better now, by the way.
Okay.
So it must have been my issue.
Yeah. Habitat for Humanity or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Habitat for Humanity, yeah.
They would build like little 2-bedroom houses and then just give them to people that were deserving, and that was a good program.
Yeah.
He wasn't as he wasn't as nuts about stuff as other presidents. He got run down a lot because he couldn't get those detainees out of Iran. Was it Iran?
You
He,
talking Carter?
huh?
Are you talking Carter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were hostages in Iran. They were there like over a year or so, and they weren't released until Reagan became president.
I don't know why, but my dad used to make fun of him because he was a peanut. His parents were a peanut, or he was a peanut farmer, or his parents were, or something.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yep. And his brother was Billy Carter, the one that had the Billy Beer. He was a character. But of the Democrat presidents, he was not the worst,
No,
for sure.
I liked Reagan.
If Biden was like Jimmy Carter, things would be a lot, lot better.
Yeah, Biden's nuts. You know, it seems like they're all flipping nuts though. These days, I
Hmm.
mean, they're all nuts. Every one of them, both parties, they're all out of their freaking minds. It seems like
Yeah. Yeah. Trump said some stupid stuff too.
it's hard to get a good candidate. You know,
Yep.
they're all nuts, and they're all over for number one. Not America. It's not number one. It's themselves.
Morning, sarcastic storage stacker SSS.
Hmm.
He's a good guy, man. He's done some live podcasts that are really fun,
Yeah.
talking about this storage buying business. He's about my age, and he still moves furniture and refrigerators and beds and mattresses, and I'm like, God, I'm too old to do that. Good grief.
Yeah, but you're
Plus,
used to it, you know.
well, he just, some people, they stay young until they're very old. And
Yeah,
sarcastic storage stackers like that.
my Gary's grandpa was like that.
Yeah, you can tell he doesn't carry around a lot of extra weight, and he's way in good shape for somebody that's 66.
Gary will be like that too.
Yeah, he's in better shape than me. Saturday we went out and trimmed the tree, and I wasn't actually the one running the saw, but I was carrying tree limb parts to my trailer to go to the brush dump, and I was a little sore the next morning.
It's because you're not
So
used to it.
I'm pretty bad out of shape. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about getting some exercise in this spring. Maybe even do start me a little garden.
There you go.
Haven't done any gardening in about 3 years.
It's good exercise for you and good eating.
Yeah, I just raising a garden here is kind of tough because our soil is real thin. We got like that much soil, and then underneath is just limestone.
So you got to build up your garden. You got to go buy some dirt and bring it in.
Yeah, yeah, that's the deal. And yeah, Carolina Reapers.
Out at my farm, I guess, in the history of my farm, people couldn't grow hardly anything at my farm. And there was if you wanted to garden, you had to build it up, you know.
Yeah,
Which I had a
yeah,
nice garden there that was built up, but if you wanted to grow anywhere else on there, it wasn't very good.
yep. So it's a silver day. I put that in the title mainly because the price of silver is up. How about that? Sarcastic likes that. He gets silver.
Mm.
Silver is $24.25 an ounce, which is it's going up. Probably because the stock market's been going down. So if you're invested in both, you're probably staying even. You're not making money and you're not losing money.
Mm.
I want the stock market to go up and gold and silver prices to go up. But then I'm greedy. Morning, Maggie. Here, I'll put an invite in the side chat in case anybody else wants to come on and chat with us. So, Gwen and I went and saw a movie yesterday. We went on a date. The wife and I on a date. Can you imagine that? We skinny journalists. We went and saw that movie Uncharted.
Oh,
It's a lot like it's an adventure movie, a lot like National Treasure or
oh.
um, you know Indiana Jones type.
Yeah.
They're looking for Magellan's lost gold. Moderna stock is plummeting. Pfizer's down 19%.
I'll be right back.
Maybe they're going to stop requiring the COVID shots. That'd be nice. They should have never required them anyway.
They're going to stop requiring them for what?
was just throwing something out there. Mike was saying Moderna stock is plummeting and Pfizer is down. Aren't they
Oh, yeah.
two of the makers of the COVID vaccines?
Yeah.
So if their stock is going down, maybe the reason why is because
Yeah. Maybe because,
maybe just about everybody that's going to get a vaccine already has.
right.
And
They were trying to push them on the 0 to 5-year-olds, and that didn't fly yet. So maybe that's why.
yeah, maybe. So anyway,
So you went to see the movie. How was the movie?
it was fun.
I saw you
But
had was it stadium seats? It looked very,
oh yeah,
very comfy.
we got into one of those the newest big movie theater in Waco, and they had those electric seats that recline. So if the movie isn't all that interesting, I could have gone to sleep really easily. I had my popcorn, I was propped up. People around me were kind of spaced out and quiet, but yeah, the movie was fun, but it's not going to be I don't think it's going to be a blockbuster.
I can't remember the last time I was at the movies. A couple of years, probably before the whole COVID thing started.
It was an adventure movie, kind of like National Treasure and
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones and the ones with Tom Hanks where he goes out and finds religious stuff. And except this one wasn't quite as clever, and a lot of the stuff was just a little too unbelievable. That that couldn't happen.
Right.
But anyway, it's like, yeah, there's just some things about it you think. Now that, if it happened during Magellan's time, that stuff that's there wouldn't still be there. It would have rotted through weathering for the last 500, 600 years,
Right.
But anyway, it was just fiction based on, it's a historical fiction movie. It's fun.
Entertainment.
Yeah. And I got to be with my little wifey wife.
She's so cute.
We went out and ate at that Cajun diner. What's the name of it? Anyway, I had a shrimp po' boy sandwich.
Mm.
You know what a po' boy is?
It's like on a soft roll, right?
Yeah.
No? No?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of ham or meat or something.
I've heard of a lobster po' boy.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Kind of Louisiana Cajun food.
Cool. I mean, when we went to New Orleans a few years ago, the food was so, we didn't have a single bad meal. The food was so good.
Yeah. Walk-Ons. That's the name of the restaurant. Walk-Ons.
Walk-ons.
Some Louisiana sports guy. Who invented walk-ons? Let's see. Gotta Google that right now.
Mr. Sadie says, did you see the trailer for the new Elvis movie coming out? Tom Hanks plays the Colonel. Who plays Elvis? I would think it would be so hard to play a big famous person like that. Somebody so iconic.
Yeah, Drew Brees is a co-owner of Walk-Ons.
He's a football player, right?
Yeah, he played for the New Orleans Saints, so they serve a lot of different uh, Cajun recipes, Louisiana Creole type
Yeah.
food. It was good. Of course, in a place called Walk-Ons, it's a sports theme
Yeah.
also, so they had lots of pictures of the Baylor football and basketball players up on the walls, and then lots of sports memorabilia stuff, and of course 450,000 big screen TVs to watch the different sports that were on.
I remember going to the ESPN club in Florida and different sport on every channel.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
they had them all going. They had soccer going on, they had golf, they had football, they had basketball, they had Olympics, they had.
I didn't watch any of the Olympics this year, hardly any of the Olympics this year.
I watched just a little bit. Not much. I watched some bobsled, I watched some curling. Curling still bores me.
It still
People
bores me too. Yeah.
people get a kick out of it, but after you sit there and watch it for about 30 minutes, you're like,
That and the skating races where they're all bunched up on the track. I can't watch that when they're all bunched up on the track and
yeah,
they're
that makes me
elbowing each.
nervous. That makes you nervous,
It
doesn't it?
makes me nervous. I'm worried somebody's gonna take somebody out. The same with the track and field in the Summer Olympics where they're all bunched up on the track. But I like the ski jumping. I like the snowboarding and all that stuff. I just didn't have the enthusiasm for it this year. And then I did try to watch the figure skating once the whole Russian thing happened with the Russian skater. I stopped watching that too.
Yeah, I like to watch the downhill racers, the slalom, and the.
Yeah.
To me, that's
where it's strictly speed.
Yeah,
How
that may
fast you go from the
be
top to the bottom.
to the Winter Olympics. That may be the quintessential sport.
Yeah.
You're on a mountain skiing. I mean, that's the Winter
Yeah.
Olympics, right?
And there's no subjective judging. It's how fast you get from the top to the bottom.
Yep. That, and I like the traditional ski jump. The big mountain ski jumps.
Yeah.
The moguls are okay, but I don't know.
I mean, my knees hurt just watching them.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
You know what? Even at my age, I think I could take the gentle slope and go ahead and ski.
I've never been on a pair of skis in my life.
I don't do it because, God, just the trouble of getting on and off a ski lift, and then you got to have the right equipment, so it's expensive, and I don't know, trying to walk around in ski boots is kind of like almost hurts. At my age, it hurts.
Yeah, well, my age, everything hurts, but I've never been on skis in my life. Never gone skiing. And this says used to love water ski, downhill ski, cross country. I would love to try. Hey Sharon, I would love to try water skiing. I mean, I have no fear of falling down in the water.
Oh, I just got a message. Have you ever smoked marijuana? These new CBD gummies are the byproduct of weed.
Oh.
I should order some. I get stupid texts. I don't know how people get my phone number.
I don't know. Get stupid emails. Mr. Sadie.
It's kind of exhilarating getting up a little speed on skis. It's kind of like any other speed thing.
Oops, sorry.
It's a little bit like going fast in a car, you know. You get that little adrenaline rush. Plus you're out in the fresh mountain air.
Yeah. And this says, I used to be so dang active. Now I'm just a blob. I've always been just a blob. That's the problem. I've always been a blob.
Always been a blob.
Yeah. My son wants me to do CrossFit with him. I'm like, oh my God. I can't even imagine that.
Yeah. I think as long as you're active, you're good, but you don't, if you're doing cross country skiing and downhill skiing, that's a little bit on the upper side of active.
Yeah. Yeah. Mr. Sadie, I used to do break dance. I mean, even just getting back to chorus rehearsals, I can't even sing and dance at the same time. I'm out of breath. It's sad. I've been like singing my songs, practicing walking around the living room, walking around in a circle, build my stamina up.
Yeah. I've been back on the treadmill for several days, and it's sad how slow I go.
Yeah, it's hard, right?
I can still get in a mile or a mile and a half running that, but I used to cover a mile in like 6 minutes. Now a mile takes like 30 minutes.
But at least you're doing it, right? At least you're doing it.
Yeah, so far.
I just feel like something's better than nothing.
I did 4 days in a row, and so I guess I'm back at it.
Joanne says she's been doing Leslie Sansone walking, and it's really a workout. Yeah, she has these videos. I've been doing a thing called Body Groove. It's a dance thing. It's just forcing yourself to do it every day.
Yeah.
Mike says, I'm so broken up from past adventures. Lord help me if I live past 70. You probably will, though, right? What's the saying? Only the good die young?
Yeah. I don't have a lot of lingering injuries. I'm really lucky because I've done quite a bit of running and bicycling and swimming and hiking. I've been lucky that I haven't
yeah,
been
that
hurt.
you haven't done anything.
Haven't blown out a knee or an ankle.
Yeah.
I have had sprained ankles. Trying to play basketball when I'm 45, that was kind of stupid. A lot of people do it, but
yeah.
Every time I tried to play basketball, I would always step on the side of somebody else's foot and roll my foot,
Yeah.
and then I would have a sprained ankle for 6 weeks.
That just wasn't your thing.
I enjoyed playing basketball. Man, it was.
Did you ever play like tennis? It looks like tennis is a real exhausting sport, right?
Uh,
You're constantly back
yeah,
and forth.
it's not as tough on you. You can play tennis as hard as you want to. It's kind of like walking. If you don't want to play tennis hard, you don't have to play tennis hard. You can just go at the pace you want to go.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah,
Sarcastic.
I played some tennis. I took, we had to have, when I was in college, you had to have 3 semesters of PE.
Uh,
And one of my PE classes that I took was tennis.
Morning steady stacking. Sarcastic storage stacker plays basketball every day in his backyard. That's why he's still so able to haul the stuff around that he does. It's horrible because we used to go out thrifting, my husband and I, for like all day, hit store after store after store, come home with a truck full of books. We can't even do that anymore. We can't haul the books like we used to. My problem is my stupid knees. I had surgery on my right knee when I was 10 years old.
Oh my goodness.
So I've had arthritis in it since. And then after years of favoring it, I ended up having replacement on my opposite knee.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would slow down your basketball game.
Yeah, that's right. I don't have a basketball game.
Yeah, I don't know. My brothers had bad knees, but my knees never got bad. And that's saying a lot because I'm carrying around a little extra weight, so I know that's not good for my knees. But this getting on the treadmill will help.
Yeah, it will.
So, what are you selling lately? Clothes?
I've been selling more books and things.
Books?
Yeah, Poshmark went crazy with its search, and my sales there. Everybody's sales tanked, but I didn't have a sale there for like 2 weeks, not a single one. Um, so yeah, I've been selling mostly books and things. I have 6 going out today. Not the best holiday weekend I've ever had.
I had a pretty poor weekend of sales myself.
Yeah.
But I've been listing long tail stuff like china and sterling silver jewelry, a few watches. Yeah, Sarcastic Storage Stacker, he's in great shape for age 66.
Yeah.
But, alright, stock market just opened. We're going to check. Guess what it is? It's red, Sadie. We're in the red.
So it's down.
It's down again. This January and February have been horrible.
Why do you think that is? Just because of the inflation? I don't.
Well, I think the biggest, the writers that write articles about the stock market always say, well, it's because of Russia and it's because of COVID. But I think the biggest reason is the stimulus and the incentive checks have stopped. A lot of the money that was poured into the stock market the last 2 years was from all that. Everybody gets a check, and all these businesses were given lots of money to help them with their businesses.
Right.
And a lot of them just use it to buy back their own stock.
Here's Nikki.
Hi.
and which drove their stock prices higher. So, and then when COVID started, the slowdown of business started with all the bottlenecks that turned up.
Yes.
And there's several reasons, but I think the main one is the fact that the free money is starting to dry up.
But were there stimulus checks in 2021? There were 2 in 2020, correct?
Yeah.
And then there was that child tax money, I think, which also stopped. Did that stop? Like, wasn't it $300 per month or something?
Yeah, something like that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I've known nothing about economics. I've heard them say that the reason for the inflation was because of all the government spending.
Yeah.
But you seem
And
to think that the more spending would mean less inflation, or you're just talking about the stock market?
Yeah. And then we couldn't get the chips to make cars
Right.
and stuff like that because of COVID stuff. So it's just been, and then the market was falsely high anyway, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric says payback for all the free money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard John Chartier say that he and his wife got stimulus checks, and he didn't think that it was smart giving just everybody a stimulus check because he didn't really need it.
It was smart to give him a check, but not everybody else.
No, it was not smart
Oh,
No comment.
to give just everybody a stimulus check. I mean, I took mine and spent it.
yeah, spent ours. Forget what we even bought with it.
But yeah, all that money stimulated the economy and staved off inflation for a while, but now it's coming back,
Yeah.
coming around. What goes around comes around.
And then with what's happening in Russia, that will affect the gas prices, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Although I read something about Germany has stopped, something about Germany and the Nord Stream pipeline. Did you read that this morning?
Mm-mm.
Let me see. Germany's blocked the Nord Stream pipeline. So I
For
don't
what
know.
reason, I wonder?
Because of the action that they took yesterday in those two, declaring independence in those two areas in Ukraine. I guess it's the sort of a sanction.
Because the pipeline coming from the Ukraine goes through Germany?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it says Germany halted the pipeline after Russia formally recognized two breakaway regions in eastern Ukraine. Oh, so it has been, it says the project was finished in September but has stood idle pending certification by Germany and the European Union. So apparently Germany is not going to allow it to go forward or approve it to go forward.
So,
I don't know. And he says we're mad at the price of chicken wings.
so let's take a vote. Who all has downloaded the Truth Social app?
I have not.
The what?
You?
The Truth, I have not yet. I'm going to.
What is that?
That's the social app that Mr. Trump started.
Oh.
I
That
haven't.
it's not going to be regulated like Facebook controls its social side and Google controls its social side and YouTube controls its social side, and
Right.
so Trump and party believe that those social media were being unfair to a lot of people, not just Trump.
Oh yeah.
So let's see if I can bring it up here. I'll just download it now. I'm not doing anything.
I haven't done it because there's been others that I've seen that, and I can't think of the names of them now. And
It's
then
going to be on
Parlor, I think was one. Parlor.
Yeah, I pass.
I'm waiting to see how long it lasts. But I don't like going into one that's all one-sided. I'd like to, but when you're in a place like Twitter, you're not necessarily seeing both sides because one side is being censored all the time. It's frightening.
Yeah. But even this side is going to be on the Apple App Store. Would Apple not try to control it?
Well, Apple can let it be in its store or not. Wasn't there the other one was, I think it was called Parlor or something.
Yeah.
That didn't succeed, I don't think, because eventually Apple stopped allowing it. So it might be only a matter of time before Apple stops it from being in its store.
Is that it? Truth Social?
It looks like it. Right. Google, Wikipedia, YouTube, Twitter, they're all, none of them are. There's no social media site that's completely open or unbiased. Not that it should be completely open. I guess there's some things that shouldn't be put out there, but
I can't remember my Apple ID. Maybe I got it.
okay. Yeah, Mr. Sadie, the entire internet is controlled. You can't escape it.
Be careful what you say about this stuff, because if somebody flags you, somebody could flag you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm downloading it. Well, they won't flag me for downloading showing that I'm downloading a social website.
No, I'm just saying.
First,
a lot of people have been getting flagged on YouTube for pretty sad stuff. Pretty sad.
Yeah, you have to be careful what you say.
Okay, they're asking me to enter my birth date. How much information are they going to ask me for?
That's the thing.
Who was it? My sister-in-law was flagged on Facebook one day for, it was something stupid. It was something about not bathing or something. It wasn't directed at anybody, but it was some stupid comment about not bathing or something. And somebody flagged her, and put her on suspension for a few days. But it was just some stupid comment. It wasn't like attacking, but they shut her down for a couple days for a harassment statement.
About not bathing?
Something, yeah, she commented on one of the groups, and it was, I can't remember now. I gotta remember what it was. But it was just something stupid. I mean, it wasn't directed at anybody specific. And it was a stupid comment, just, and like I said, it wasn't directed hate at anybody. And it was just a general statement, and she ended up getting suspended for a few days because of harassment. So
That's
people can just flag you for stupid reasons, and they don't look into it. They just shut you down.
Right.
YouTube's been doing the same thing. So you got to really be careful what you say on here and stuff.
And Nessa says, Nikki, what did she say? I got in Facebook jail for showing a picture of my 3-year-old topless twins. Because you showed the 3-year-olds with no tops on? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny.
Well, I remember when I was throwing around whether to get the vaccine or not, and I was kind of, I don't know, and I kind of wanted to just see what everybody thought. And I remember I posted, it was a long, long time ago. And I posted on mine, I said, what are your thoughts on the vaccine? Because I just like to see what everybody's thoughts are, you know. If every once in a while I like to throw up something like that just to get a good conversation going, you know. And I got flagged for that, and they removed my post.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get in Facebook jail, but they did remove my post.
And Mr. Sadie said his son is banned for life on Facebook.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Yeah, you really got to be careful what you say, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, even though we've got the First Amendment, but you really got to be careful what you say.
You do. Oh, that's crazy. Mike says, I got in so much crap on YouTube that they shut my Google account down. No emails or nothing. That's crazy.
Wow. I'm waiting to hear news about this one guy in South Carolina. His YouTube channel is Crude AF. And well, he calls out people that are scamming and on YouTube and idiots on YouTube, you know, and so he what do you call it? Reacts to their videos and stuff. Well, there's this idiot, Bullhorn Betty, that she her and this other person, they started this nonprofit without actually doing it the proper way. And they go and they harass people. They go and they protest in front of people's homes and stuff like that and keep harassing people. Well, anyways, he called her out for it, you know, and made videos about it. Well, now she's got a harassment charge against him. They go to court today. I'm assuming they're in court right now because it was 9 a.m. Eastern time. And she put a sexual harassment against him, saying that he sent her sexually harassing emails, which he didn't. And saying that she said that the email said that he told her if she sleeps with him, he'll take down the videos. Well, of course, he's like, prove it. He said, show me the emails. He said, if you want to dox me, go ahead. Show the emails, you know, but she never did. Well, she put this restraining order against him, and I'm waiting to hear if they went anywhere with it. People are nuts on the goddamn internet today.
That's crazy.
I can't believe how. Ugh. But people throw this sexual harassment and stuff around like it's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, anybody gets mad at somebody on the internet these days, it seems like, on YouTube, they're calling them pedophiles or sexual harassers or something. It's like, do you guys realize how you're throwing? I mean, a few months ago, it was racism. You know, I mean, if anybody said anything against somebody, oh, you must be a racist. You know, and it's like, what the hell, people? You can't just be throwing these words around.
Hey, Cindy Y. Yeah, for me, the saddest part of the state of the country right now is just
So
your number 399,846 on the platform.
yeah, I'm on a wait list
Oh,
to get my account for the new app,
Exactly, Mr.
and
Sadie.
there's
interesting.
399,845 in front of me.
Wow, that's crazy.
So a lot of people are trying to get this now.
Yeah, yeah, I saw something about it, but I didn't.
Oh, you're on the wait list too, Anissa?
Well, the problem is that the government, no matter what side you're on, Facebook, YouTube, all these places, nobody wants to fight back. They want everything to just go nice and smoothly. And if somebody is offended by what you post, they just shut you down, whether you're right or not. And it doesn't even and if it doesn't have to be anything, like I said, it doesn't even have to be anything harassing. It just if it just pisses somebody off,
Right.
they just flag you and they shut you down.
There's no such thing anymore as agree to disagree.
As what? I'm sorry, Maggie, I
There's
didn't hear
no
you.
such. I said there's no such thing anymore as agree to disagree.
Oh no,
There's no, and that to me the saddest part. Like you can't have just a discussion and exchange ideas anymore because you
yeah,
you either agree with me or you're wrong.
yeah. Well,
And I
that's
think
like
that's the
that's like
saddest part.
you guys. I mean, all of you guys are Trump supporters. Every one of you guys. All
No,
my
I'm not.
friends are Trump supporters. And honestly, my dislike for Trump, and I don't want this to turn into an argument. My dislike for Trump is not his presidency. I just have never liked Trump. The whole time Trump has ever been in the spotlight, he's made me want to vomit.
He's
I
a,
can't stand the guy.
I can't stand him either. He's not.
And
Yeah.
I just cannot stand the guy, period. He just makes me want to vomit even if I look at him. Anyways, I'm serious, and that's not it has nothing to do with his presidency or nothing. It's long history of just me not liking Trump as a person.
Yeah,
Anyways, but
we've
I
got
hear
a
you guys talking and everything. Me and I almost called her Heather. I don't know why. Tara and Jim and everybody has had many conversations about Trump, and we're all still friends. All these
Right.
years, we're
Right.
still friends
yeah.
all the way through it, because
That's true.
like I said on Facebook one time, when everybody was like, if you support Trump, you can just delete me off your Facebook. And it's like, okay, so if even Biden, okay, the longest term Biden can stay in, or Obama, or any other president can stay in is 8 years.
That's
Well, I plan on being your friend longer than 8 years.
Right.
So, I'm going to still be your friend, whether that president's there or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
what is that,
stupid.
Sally?
This
Right.
is what I'm dealing with today.
I can't see it.
Is it
What is it?
ice?
You can't see it.
Ice.
Ice. Oh my God, Sally.
We've got about
a
14 to 18 inches of snow, and more is coming today.
How do you switch
Yeah,
this?
it is. We've been having freezing rain since 12:30 last night, and it's still falling. Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Sadie, it's just a long history of just not liking him as a person.
Anyway,
Yeah. I mean,
I get that
I agree
icky
with
feeling
Mr.
in my throat every time I think about Trump.
Anissa, when did you try to download the Truth app? Because she's like 250,000 people ahead of me.
I love you too, Anissa.
I just heard of it yesterday. Was the first time I've actually even heard of it. So obviously it's been around for a little bit.
Well, no, I haven't heard of it. It hasn't been active for very long. In fact,
Oh, she said 6 days ago, Todd.
6 days ago. Oh, you did. You tried to download it 6 days ago. And you're still on the waiting list. Okay, well.
Chicken Toad said that her husband just flew into MSP, which is Minneapolis St. Paul Airport, in Minnesota, and he's not impressed, I bet. Yeah, all of Minnesota and Wisconsin really getting hammered, boy. Yeah, we got I think it was about between 14 and 18 inches, depending on where you're at here. And we've got more coming all day today. It's supposed to snow. This is the kind of, I mean, I love to plow this big snow, but this is the kind of snow that breaks plows. You know, this is when you have problems. But me, I just love watching the snow come off the plow. Just all this big snow. I just love it. I don't know what it is. I just love watching it.
I'd so rather have 4 feet of freaking snow than this crap.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate this stuff. I have to go super slow. I don't care what everybody thinks.
Yep.
I'm one of the grandmas on the road because
Take your time.
I don't care. I know that you can have 4-wheel drive all you want, but that does not keep you from sliding whenever there's ice. It doesn't do anything.
It's scary, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Were you out driving in it?
Yeah, I had to go to work last night, and it was fine. But then I came home this morning, and then
Exactly, Anissa.
it took me 10 minutes to get from my car to my door.
Oh no!
Because I had salt, and I was salting in front of me, and I had to wait for a second before the salt would take, and then so I had to inch along and try and get to the freaking door. It was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I get in here, I sit down, and Holly says, "Well, I guess I'm gonna walk to work." And I'm like, no, you're not.
Uh-huh.
You're not gonna be able to walk in that. I said if you had some ice skates or something, you'd be fine. Some ice skates and some knee pads.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric, I don't think it's that people don't want to talk about politics or religion. It just you don't want to offend anybody.
Oh my God, you don't dare. People, it used to be where you could talk about stuff and people would just discuss it or whatever. But now, I mean, they literally hate you because of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get
and this has always been a really
mad
good
at
group,
anybody.
Where, we don't take offense to, if somebody says they like the other guy, I mean, it's whatever,
Yeah.
You just, we all have our opinions, and we can all have our opinions.
You're only allowed to have an opinion if it agrees with somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just like reselling, just like my business isn't the same as this one and this one, it's the same. It's like everybody's got their differences of how they live and how they grew up, and which I believe reflects somewhat of on what you feel as, opinions and stuff. It kind of molds you, and so that definitely has a part in it. And
Red's Outpost says hi, Sally. Is that Sharon? That's Sharon, isn't it?
Hi, Sharon.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
When one crook leaves the White House, another crook will move in. It don't matter what party they're in or who they are. They're all crooks. They're all idiots.
I agree. I am in agreement of that. Like, everybody scratches each other's back in the politic world, and it has nothing to do with real politics anymore. It's all, you do me this favor and I'll do you that favor. You vote for this bill, I'll vote for that one, and then
exactly, Mr. Sadie.
We'll be even. And it's not anything anymore except just people that owe each other favors. That's all it is.
Haven't talked
Yeah,
about it in
everybody
kind
kind
of
of liked that show, Kathy and oh my God, I just lost my train of thought. Kathy and
Marcel.
Marcel, thank you. I'm sorry, Marcel. Kathy and Marcel had that political show, and they ended it before it really got good. I mean, it really should have been kept going, but they probably would have been shut down by now with all the snowflakes out there. But
Yeah.
people really had good discussions, and people were really enjoying it, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, through all this COVID and everything else that's been going on, they probably would have been shut down.
It's good to talk to your friends about what's going on in the world,
Mm-hmm.
but it's another thing to voice your opinion and then and say that you're right about what somebody else did. That's the point I don't really get. Like, I could say, "Oh, I heard about this thing that happened, and, I don't have any proof or anything, but this guy said that this happened." It's the same thing. Like, we don't know what is going on. With there's so much in this world that I think that we don't know, that if we knew, we would probably go against the government. Like
Mm-hmm.
like that. Like guns ablazing. Like, if we found out what was really happening, and I know that there's awful stuff. I know that, for reals, there's awful stuff going on in the government, but if we really knew what was going on, like the whole truth, it would be a bad deal to where the United States wouldn't probably be a country anymore.
Yeah. I like to hear other people's opinions just because, other people's opinions, they wake you up to different stuff, I mean, I'm not
Did
always right.
Kathy and Marcel's show get taken down, or did they just quit doing it?
No, I think they just quit doing it.
Quit doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
weren't reaching enough people, maybe, that they thought they should be.
Sarcastic says that he doesn't think that Trump is a crook. I don't think that. I think that he's a businessman, and so in business, you do things that favor you. That bring favor to your circumstance. I think, and sometimes maybe he would not think of the American people before himself. I'm not trying to cause controversy or anything. If you want to believe that, you believe that, and I'm going to believe what I believe. But I think there's anybody that's been in presidency, that's going way back, all the way to the front.
Hey, and this, I think Dan is still doing the resellers course that Scott and Dan put together. I think that's all he's doing with YouTube now is helping Scott with that reseller training course they made. I think Dan thinks that YouTube is probably a waste of time, but not me. I enjoy talking to my buds.
Oh, I believe that too, Eric. I believe that. Yeah, and Andrew Jackson, I think, was a true American. And I think Trump does have some of those qualities. Man, we're really playing with fire today, aren't we?
Yeah.
But I think he does have some of those qualities, but I think that he lives in today's world also. So he kind of has, like some of the other stuff that's going on, that where he's got to do favors for this one and that one, and play nice.
I think Trump is not as great as his supporters think he is, and he's not anywhere near as bad as his detractors think he
Yeah,
is.
I'll agree with that,
He's
Megan.
Like it's sitting in the middle.
He's a personality. He's like a cult of personality. He's in some ways a complete clown, and in other ways, there's things he did that I agree with, and things he did that I didn't. I mean, I just feel like nobody's allowed to be. Nobody's allowed to be just a person anymore.
And this is says Trump needs to stop texting me and asking me. He clearly has more money than I do.
Hey, I have nothing to say. I come from a state that had Jesse Ventura as their governor, so I can't say nothing.
Oh, is that right, Eric? Did Scott and Dan part ways? I mean, that's fine.
I didn't vote for Jesse Ventura, but I'm just saying, I come from a state where we had him as a governor, so I can't say nothing.
I tried to vote for Roseanne Barr, but they wouldn't let me. I guess
Oh, God.
you could only vote for her in Florida or something.
That would have been horrible.
I was like, well, that's not fair. I came all the way down here to vote for Roseanne Barr.
Roseanne Barr for president.
Oh, God.
I love her. I know she's a lunatic, but I still love her.
She is a lunatic. She's not.
I thought it might be a little bit fun to have somebody like that. It'd be different, that's for sure. Is Judge Judy running? I didn't hear that. Yes, I agree with that, Mr. Sadie. Sometimes you got to be hard and, be an asshole to people, and when you don't, you don't think that they're understanding you. You just need to, show them tough love,
This thing I'm doing on the computer is annoying me.
What are you saying, Nessa? That you're just like her, or you just like her? That's two different meanings there, girlfriend.
Well, actually, I can see in this being a whole lot like Judge Judy. Yes, I can. She would pass judgment, and I don't think I think Anissa would be good at cutting people off mid-sentence like Judge Judy does and saying, "Well, that's just stupid," Judge Judy.
I don't feel like even with Obama, I thought, maybe we'll get somebody in there that actually knows what it's like to be homeless, or like different scenarios, somebody that's really lived a life. That's who I want to be president. I want somebody to know what it feels like to have to get a second job because their kids are hungry, or
that'll never happen.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, yes, I know it'll never happen, because it seems like people in politics, they suffer a little bit for not really suffer. They take lower pay. They have to do internships. And so you have to have money to do that, to be in those kind of jobs. Because, am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Never hurts to be rich.
Well, I'm not saying that, but
when you're running for office,
when you are rich, you don't experience different things in life. That's what I'm saying. If you are rich and you are just like a penny pincher and you don't spend money on anything, but you have it, that's totally different things than not having it. You know what I mean? Like, if you have it and you say your electric bill is twice the amount than it usually is, for some reason, you still have to pay it. And what if you don't have the money? You risk having your electricity turned off, and you don't want that. Especially where I live, you don't want that.
No.
So
no.
It's like, I need somebody that's been through some shit.
Well,
That's
people
who I
used to
want to be
think that,
president.
and for a long time, only presidents who had served in the military were getting elected.
Yeah.
But that's become a second or third or fourth concern now for being elected president, or even
No.
farther down the list. But yeah, I see what you mean, Sally. I'm not discounting
Yeah.
the life of hard knocks, but it's very difficult for someone who has no money to get elected because campaigns are
Right.
expensive.
And you never know. It could, having somebody like that in there could be wrong too, because they might go all for, giving people that are non-working, giving them like everything, kind of like how they are now, giving them everything. And I don't know how people are making it. I have no clue, but all I can think of is that they're selling their food stamps because they're getting so much in food stamps. And I mean, that's easy to do. That's not a hard thing to do. So you definitely could get somebody in there that, could give them double what they're getting right now. And, if they need a car, then they're buying them a car, or, you know what I mean? Like, but really, I think they need to put something in place where people will have incentive to get jobs. Like you need to get a job, or you can't do child tax credit. That could be one thing. Because right now you don't have to have a job for child tax credit.
Yeah. All right. It's 12 after 9 or 12 after 10, depending on where you live.
Real time.
Real time. Yeah.
Central time is real time because it's the central.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's the center.
See,
Mhm.
even that's political. What's the correct time? Bum cracks over there going, "Oh, these morons." It's already way in the afternoon over there. Anyway, all right, guys.
You didn't type that.
Instead of selling food stamps, there you go.
That's funny.
There's probably
Hey,
a lot of people doing that, Tara. All right. Love y'all, sort of.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Love in a friendly way. Love in a
Mm.
friend. You're my
Bye.
friends. You're my friends.
I love you all.
Oh, no, you don't. You don't love me because
I
I'm
do.
an ornery, crotchety old fool.
Have
All
a
right.
good day. I'm not going anywhere today.
We
I'm
will
stranded.
be either on Tom, the Queen City Pickers channel in the morning, or I'll do it again, right?
Yeah.
If Tom can't do the show tomorrow morning, then I will. So if you're not subscribed to the Queen City Picker, you need to go to his channel and subscribe.
And if you keep an eye
And
on the Reseller Squad Facebook group, you'll
you
always
better
know
love
where we're
me,
at.
Sadie.
We tried.
You're one of my heirs, right?
Mhm.
All right, guys. We'll see you. Sarcastic, when is your next podcast? He does a good podcast about buying
Yeah.
storage units.
Oh,
Is that today?
I have to look that one up.
No, he does that on Sundays.
Oh,
Sunday early afternoon, I think.
Don't be
if I'm
sorry,
wrong.
Mr. Sadie.
no,
No,
we'll talk
I don't.
about what you guys want to talk about.
I don't care what we talk about.
You
I
guys are
just
here
like to talk.
watching
You
us,
know that.
so
Just as long as we don't get all mad at each other.
nope.
No, you know that won't happen.
And
Thanks, Bumcrack, for putting
in,
that in. There's Tom's link right there.
Thank you,
in,
Bumcrack.
in parting, I got the icon for the Truth Social. I am not advocating anybody download this. I'm just saying I did. And it sounds like Anissa did.
What is it?
It's Truth Social. It's the new uncensored.
Oh,
Uh,
so you can't get put in Facebook.
social media that Trump started it. So yeah. All right. Have a silver day.
I'll go in there and put puking emojis on there. No, I'm just kidding. All right, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.